right. I think we are live. All right, Q.
Check,
All right,
check, check.
it's Q and I'm Ray, and welcome to Q and Ray. Now, usually it's Q and Ray talk sports, but we haven't spoken to a while, so we're gonna be talking about more than just sports. So,
A little
but
bit more. Y'all, man, y'all just have some patience. We'll be fine.
first things first, how you doing, Q?
I am blessed and highly favored. I am amazing. Preparing myself for this thing they call a blizzard.
Yeah, yeah, I am too. And then the way I'm preparing is probably not going into work. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely. I'm preparing to call out. So, you know, there's that. Just in case. I don't know how bad it's going to be. I don't know. They say it's going to be terrible. So, you got to prepare for the worst.
Yeah, and I hope everybody else is preparing for the worst too, because it's because
Yeah, please let's get all the homeless people off the streets. Let's get anybody without a home, without any type of shelter. That's what the city needs to do. To better prepare for these people because we don't need any casualties in this blizzard. We need to go around and look for the people without that can't really do and go from there. And figure out a way to provide for them too, just for the temporary, time. And if you don't want to invest in the situation, which I feel like they should. But if you don't want to, let's just at least try to get them off the street somewhere safe.
I agree because there's no reason for the homeless people to be in this damn blizzard. Because I don't know how they did it in '96, but yeah, nobody need to be out there. I wouldn't even put my worst enemy out there. There's a lot of people
Well, I
out there.
mean, '96 was a different time. It wasn't things weren't as secure and as you know what I'm saying. Everything is more technology based, so it's harder for them to find a way without having resources. So like you can '96 you probably found somebody who had something for you to be able to go lay your head at or anything like that. But now what we got going on right now is just I just feel like they should just go ahead and make that a thing. That'll probably get the people on board with anything you got going on when you show you're invested in their well being.
I like hearing that. I like hearing that. So
Yeah,
all right, so I told you that I was going to ask you an off the wall question, so I
here we
might as
go.
well get it out the system right now. You
You
ever
know
hollered
what?
at a girl in a wheelchair before?
Wow. All right. So we're not going to talk about how off the wall that is.
I told you. I told you.
We're going to slowly but surely direct this in a way where I want to ask, did you try to holler at somebody in a wheelchair?
Well, we talking on Facebook dating, so I'm still.
Oh wow. Huh. Huh. I
I,
mean,
I'm trying to
no,
get married before 40, and
that's crazy. That is like,
she cute though. She cute though. It's just she.
but it's not even no, with all due respect, it is not what anything that I say has nothing to do with her being in a wheelchair. It has everything to do with him trying to hurry up and get married before he's 40. Like, what the fuck? Like, but I tell you something. Hey, them legs might not work, but I know something else probably work too. Still,
Nah,
you know what I'm
I'm gonna be
saying.
real. I thought I was gonna be, and this is when I was young. I thought I was gonna be married by 27, married with kids at least. So
I mean, in the life direction you went, as far as going to the military, going through colleges, you would think that along the lines of that, you would probably find your soulmate, but no, you ran into a bunch of douchebags who didn't give a fuck.
Right? You're right.
You
And
know,
everybody was cheating on you. And everybody was cheating on people.
because man, when you're in a certain age group, there's a less of an expectation because we don't know. You get older in age. You've come across a lot of wisdom and a lot of life to be able to point out, simple things and to create boundaries and to create some type of stability for yourself where you don't allow certain things. When we young, we allow a lot of shit. We don't give a damn. We don't give a fuck. That same nigga today that won't let his woman go out in certain things back then probably didn't give a fuck about what that girl wore or what she did. But it was just naturally embedded in our mind that we just didn't care. So yeah, we was gonna run into a lot of motherfucking bullshit. Trust me. I've been cheated on and I've been the cheater.
Yeah. You would have also, like, judging by that school, yeah. I'd have never thought them art kids were that freaky. Them some freaky frogs.
Hey, man, look, let me tell you something. Everywhere I go, anywhere I have a conversation with a lot of with amongst men, I always tell them the freakiest type of woman I've ever came across was some type of artsy, creative individual who's just egocentric and just earthy and like they are the scariest features to ever land a bed with. I promise you.
I agree. I usually say nerd. I usually say a nerd bitch, but I'm trying to clean up my language, so I just say nerd aesthetic women that are into white boys. For some
Yeah, for some reason they are just super into white boys, but we don't give a damn
or
because
Koreans. And,
or
but that was like
Koreans.
when K-pop
But
was like on top of the world and shit.
yeah, I think that was just the time that we were in. So I think it's funny because I think a lot of those women are like very open to dating all races. That's the difference. But you surprisingly you have women who are the same way, but just strictly like dating black men. It's just but it's a difference because they have the opportunity to expand their horizon.
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. But you miss before we get on the next thing. You miss anything from that school?
Mm. You ever just like go somewhere and it just feels just in place. You've never like just been in that time, being that age, and being in a building full of saying some people who are established adults who are just trying to find a new venture, and then but majority were kids who were finally what I'm saying getting out the house, finally what I'm saying getting off. And I think the one thing I miss the most is the aesthetic of, being yourself. I think that school is one of the rare places where, everybody was able to truly be themselves, be who they are, and be comfortable with it. You know, we ran into a lot of, what I'm saying, good people, a lot of weird people, a lot of bad people. But, what I'm saying, I can honestly say that they were, confident in who they were. And it all the more made the experience enjoyable.
Damn, that's it. Shoot, you on a roll today. Yeah,
Like,
I miss the people. I say it all the time. I miss the people. It was just like you said. It was just a time, and then like I want to say that the one thing I'm not gonna say it was entirely me, but I will say like while I was there, I wanted to make a safe space for people just to be them. I didn't care who you were or how weird you are. It's just like if you wanted to be your real self around you, you could. So I just tell everybody that it's just one of those things where it's just like I saw a lot of individuals that was just like you would probably never talk to, and then all of a
Mm.
sudden you're like real cool with them. Even like not just the art people, because there's some models there, there's some women there that probably, even though they was kind of like feminist, like they will still talk to you, and it's just like a mixture of a bunch of people that it's
I,
just like
I I I genuinely ran into people that have held a great deal of memories in my mind. Like people that like you said, I probably would have never ran across them. Not purposely, but because just the way life works and the way society works, and saying the demographic, and you know some people aren't in the same neighborhoods and same areas as others. So you don't necessarily run across people like that. So it's like for me to be friends with a lot of people there that I probably would have never seen before and after. And even if I would have seen them, I probably would have walked right past them, not even thought twice. It's really like mind blowing. It really opens your eyes to the. It's a lot, man. That school is it's such a gift and a curse. Only thing I regret is just the timing, man. The timing was just not fair to I mean all of us.
what do you mean by that?
I think there was so much more potential in what we could have done just as a class. You know, I don't know. It was a rare time where it wasn't too many like there's always underlying disagreements or people who don't really agree with or hang with certain people. That just comes with the territory. But it's just like the everybody as a collective. It was a rare time where we all could coexist, where just a plethora of individuals would be able to coexist without it, you know, seeming out of place. I really just enjoyed the time I had there. Honestly, like
Me
I
too.
enjoyed the people.
Me too. The one thing I think, and this, even though like I still, because we was in, if people don't know, Q and I, we was in film. We went to AI Art Institute of Washington for film, and me and him was partners for like the beginning of it. And the one thing I always it kind of bugged me is that at first we had a squad, and then everybody just start dwindling. And
Yeah,
like I feel like we could have made some creative videos together, especially since I mean I was still able to make some skits that was still best in class. But you remember
the potential
Alvaro?
that we had, like we had so many people who just had so many different dynamics, and I just like it was so rare. Like I keep saying that, like just the little class that we had, the people, the like our orientation class and who we were actually in film with, it was a rare moment where you just you know that it's just so much that can be done amongst people. And if I think that's what I mean by like giving better opportunity, and what I'm saying, people not I think that it plays a part that of it plays a part when people don't really necessarily know what the future holds. And I think that is really a testament of why a lot of things were like left on the table because we all thought that we were going to be there for the better part of our college career. We all had that embedded in our minds, and then we all get the news that shit is closing down for good. So I think it's really a lesson learned for everybody who really took heed of it that you have to appreciate the moments you have and take advantage of things because I may never run across a plethora of people who just are just a breath of fresh air from what you are used to. It was fun. It was very much just fun. It's so sad, so sad. It closed down.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
why
the
there's a
fact that
landfill now. There's a whole landfill.
we had a restaurant upstairs.
The restaurant's still there. Yeah.
We had our students, we had our classmates cooking for us. And like it was man. Oh, the ass whoopings, those summer ass whoopings, and the lounge fights, the lounge battles. I'm not gonna say fights because people would get the wrong idea. We were all. It was just a room full of competitive gamers who didn't back down. It was like you have a rarity where you just run into so many people who have a different style of playing. I learned so much playing video games there. Never heard of Skullgirls in my life.
Haha. Hello
In
there.
my life. I never heard of it ever. And I still like that's something that's just embedded. You can't make this shit up. I had a time. I had a time there, Lord. Good times. Good. I got banned from out of a building around there.
Are you still banned from that building?
I don't know. It was a 5-year ban, so it's been almost 10 plus. I would hope they would leave me the fuck alone.
It'd be funny. Your face is still up there. It's like, damn.
Y'all still don't like me, bro. I was young and dumb. Leave me alone. I'm sorry, but like I said, I was just I was stupid. It was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. I promise you, that was just amazing.
Yeah. You remember Alvaro, right?
Yeah.
Like him and like like 3 other people. One of them was it was the girl in our orientation class. They stayed together the whole time, and like they only did videos together. And then anybody who ever did videos, it was just like an addition, but it was just like them 3 or 4 the whole fucking time. And I was like, that's the only thing I wish I had during like making
Yeah.
these videos. But
Yeah. Everybody that I originally like planned on doing stuff with.
yeah,
So much stuff on the table. There's just so much left on the table. That shit was fun.
yeah. I showed my mom some of them skits too. She thought they were hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I still show people those skits. Like,
Really?
yeah, I still
What's
show
weird? I
people.
don't show people my skits.
Like, I show people those skits. Like, man, it was magic cooked up, man. Like, you don't understand. Just the comedy peaks. We were just, it was just funny. We just didn't care. We had no no care in the world for how people felt about what we said. And it actually worked out in our favor.
You
10
know what's funny?
o'clock!
You know what's funny? Because I used to tell people like, yeah, even when I was in live casino, when I started working at live casino, and I was doing
Yeah.
orientation, I was telling them I did film. It's like, can we see one of your videos? I'll be like, no. I don't know why, but it's like when I do go back and watch them, I do laugh at every time. I smile too because it does.
Yeah.
It brings a
I
joy.
don't care. I show them. I show people. I'm like, look, y'all don't understand. This was a time. And just the thought process of all this shit. This shit took nothing. Just imagine just sitting down, actually writing an entire skit from start to finish. Just like y'all wouldn't understand how much in depth we could have did. Like we just saw so much. We knew so much between both of us. It was like so much could be dissected. That's why we do these podcasts now.
Right.
That's another thing I do appreciate. I appreciate everybody. You know what I'm saying, being invested in something so purely put together, not knowing, not we didn't have a direction, as far as like wanting to make money or anything like that. This was really just us, what I'm saying, doing something for our people. Just imagine if the school never closed and how much we could have did with this just within the school. It was just like y'all just don't understand.
I will say it was at point. It was really building. Like a lot of people did, and like when people did see us, they wanted to jump in, and then
Yeah,
after they jump in, they go, "Damn, that felt good." It was like that felt really good, and then some people they come next week, and some people didn't. But it was that point. It was at one point where it was kind of like building to. I feel like if we had another year,
yeah.
especially
From there,
even though like I didn't after a while I didn't go there anymore. If I had another year, I would have really done something with that, or like I don't want to say I had a live audience, but I would have had like other people just come through. There was one time you wasn't there, but it was just like I did an episode, but everybody was just talking all at once, and I knew that I wasn't
you
gonna put it.
had it.
I knew I wasn't gonna put it up because a lot of people was just talking at once, and they kind of forgot they was on air. But I,
Yeah, but you knew you had it. You had that shit.
I, I did.
Like, but you just don't know. It's still like this is just speaking things into existence because we have the power, we have the knowledge to be able to really do this because we've been doing this before it became a trend for everybody else to start doing it. So the purity behind it between all of us is what makes it genuine, what makes it actually work for us because I'm in a room. When we're on, what I'm saying, our podcast, or even when we're around each other, when we were around each other, there was a purity that just felt like everybody meant what they said, whether if it was right or wrong, whether if it was agreeable or not. You just knew that they really came from the heart, so you respected it regardless of if you agreed or didn't agree with anything.
Oh yeah, because I tell everybody it was like the reason why I even started this podcast because I was having genuine conversation with just everybody, and I was just like, I feel like we need to start a podcast and all that other stuff, and then
We can
like
start putting this on.
yeah, and since I knew I was the only one that knew how to work at Adderall and actually liked working on the Adderall because even after you left, and then when I did some, I was the only one would get the Adderall because the I was trying to get good sound. It was the only thing that had good sound.
Yeah,
People try to use the
yeah.
camera mic, and it wasn't as good as the Adderall. So
Mhm.
I learned how to use. Once I learned how to use the Adderall for like podcast terms, I was just like, "Oh, I'm good."
Yeah, it's just, oh my God. Y'all don't understand just the birth of something great and these things. And the beauty of it is that everybody has a distinct opinion on so many different topics. It's amazing. And because we respect each other's opinions, we tend to defer to each other on things that we don't feel like we have the knowledge of. Like nobody knows battle rap in this podcast like me and Ray do. And, Father might, what I'm saying, engage. Some might ask questions, some might have little comments and make jokes about it, but just the dynamic of it, like that's really where it came from. That is probably the forefront between that gaming and basketball. That is probably the forefront of our entire friendship. Is the conversation of who is the greatest battle rapper ever. And as I mentioned that brings us to so many other topics. Just GOAT conversations. Like this is an ongoing conversation that will constantly change as time goes by. But it's just yeah. So let's talk about it. You know, I'm sick. I'm sick of the fucking slander.
Oh, we gonna get to two things, especially today: battle rap and Kevin Durant.
Oh man, Lord have mercy. Battle rap and Kevin Durant. Which
Because
one you want to do?
let's go with Kevin Durant. And I do want to
He,
talk. We were supposed to talk about Wale too. So,
yeah. Oh, ooh, ooh.
but
All right, we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with Kevin Durant. We're gonna start off with basketball. The NBA season is so stressful.
oh yeah. First of all, I'm gonna give you props when your props is due. Your Celtics look good, even without
Mm,
Jason Tatum. Y'all are still holding it down.
get
Um,
back, JT.
your boy Jalen Brown need to stay off the Beijing. I think it's
Stay off the Beijing.
just. But also what else I want to say? There's a lot of talk and speculation about KD. Is he like top five or like the best scorer ever, or like
Ooh, yeah,
do
yeah.
you
Let's
think he's
get
better
into
than
it. Okay.
Steph? There's a lot of things. So
All
we'll
right. So let's
go ahead.
let me break down Kevin Durant. Is Kevin Durant a top five scorer of all time? Yes. Um, just off efficiency alone, I would probably say there is no player more efficient than Kevin Durant. We gotta take account that Kevin Durant also tore his Achilles twice. So that is almost 3 years taken away from an NBA season. Can you imagine where he would be on the scoring list right now? Could you imagine how many rings he would have right now if he didn't tear his Achilles the way he did? If he didn't run into the Nets, because Kevin Durant left Golden State to recreate his legacy. Initially, he wanted to do his own thing. It's a great deal of scrutiny that comes with it, but when you really just put it in perspective, man, Kevin Durant is one of the greatest scorers to ever walk the face of the earth, and it's not even close. But when you ask me who's better between him and Steph, Steph causes teams to gravitate. Um, Kevin Durant is more of a constant. Like he is who he is. You have to. You can pretty much count him on a calculator. Between 28, between 25 and 35 is where he usually falls. No 60 point games. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy, but he's just efficient and he's on time. But when it comes to Wardell, Stephen Curry, he's a game changer. Like he has 60-point games. He has those, you know, um, lights out performances that it just feels like it's him versus 10 other people. And you got, unanimous MVP. It's not really too much you can talk about when it comes to Stephen Curry. To me personally, Wardell Stephen Curry is the greatest point guard to ever live. Over Magic Johnson, yes, we all know Magic Johnson is
I
is the
was just
greatest.
about to say you put him over Magic.
Yeah, if I have to put him over Magic only because in retrospective, if I am doing a draft by position and I have to pick the point guard and my choice is Magic Johnson or Stephen Curry, I'm picking Steph. 9 times out of 10, I'm picking Steph. It's not even it's not really even a debate for real. Like
I know you. I know all the old heads. You had all the argument with the old heads, don't you? About that.
yeah, yeah, but when you really think about it, what you're asking Magic to do is something that has not necessarily been ten has not necessarily been replicated, but it has been, you know what I'm saying, done in a different manner. Where you have pure point guards who can facilitate in his manner. I don't need Magic Johnson to get a pure point guard. I can do that with Rondo and be perfectly fine. But as far as like somebody like Stephen Curry, he forces you to guard him at the half court line, and so forth. And from there, you have to readjust your entire defense. Your entire game plan is revolved around stopping Steph. Yeah, so that's where my thing is when it comes to Stephen Curry. Like I don't have to game plan around Magic as much as I have to game plan around Stephen Curry to get a win. Like Stephen Curry will change, he can break the game in a matter of seconds. You see two threes, you see 2 3 pointers from him that look like they're impossible to do, and you pretty much know you're having a long day. You're about to have it's gonna be a long day. You know what I'm saying? You might as well strap your boots because this man not missing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that. It's just that.
Hey, look, I'm the first to tell people all the time if I have to guard if Kyrie or Steph, I'm guarding Kyrie. I said because it's one thing Kyrie he'll bop me, but he's working for that bop. So like I'm gonna get crossed up. That's okay, but Steph, Steph a type of nigga, and these are the two people I used to tell people. These are the two people I hate playing in the gym when I go. It's the old head that know how to make every fucking shot, and it's not and like he just do the simplest shit, but he makes every fucking shot. And the one guy that he's
Don't
fast,
stop running.
he's just fast, and
I
he
hate the cardio guy.
the cardio guy. And not only that he's fast, the nigga is just scoring everything. And you ever just guard the nigga that just like scores and then everybody's like, this nigga killing you. And I was like, you guard him. Steph
That's Steph.
Yeah, that's
Steph,
Steph. Steph is both of
he's
those. He's the old head that know how to make every fucking shot, but he's also the cardio guy. So you're running around chasing him, and then he's then throwing threes, threes in your face, and they're
he's
going
throwing
in.
them. He's throwing them, and then he gets into a point where you're jumping for the three, and then you know what I'm saying. He simply dribbles up under you, and then you know what I'm saying. He hits you with a nice little floater. Okay, and then comes back and does it again. Like you can't guard Wardell Stephen Curry one on one.
Right.
Like I have not seen anybody successfully guard him one on one to where they stop him on a consistent basis. Like it's a difference. I'm not saying that you can stop Magic, but Magic's impact on the game is more of a systematic. He is the system, but it's systematic. So it's not based on him. It's based on everybody else. So if he can get everybody else and he's the person to get everybody else in the perfect position to make a shot. So if you initially can guard them, you have a chance. But when it comes to Steph, you if you guard everybody else, you're cooked. If you decide to double team him, you're cooked. So it's like, what more can you do when it comes to Steph? So like when it comes to like point guards, yeah, I'm going to pick Steph over Magic. And like with Kevin Durant, as far as scoring, you know, he, I yes, he is an efficient scorer, but I can win without that in a sense. I think that's where everybody has the argument, and they just feel like, you know, yeah, he's probably top five scorer of all time. Scorer, pure scorer. Like, you know what I'm saying? From under the basket to the 3 point line, yeah, he's that. There's not a shot that he can't make. There's not a contest that can stop him. He's one of those people that he doesn't you didn't stop him, he just missed. So that's how I view Kevin Durant. He's a person that you initially don't stop Kevin Durant. He just missed the shot,
I will
basically.
I
Like
will say this about Kevin Durant. Um, even though I think Carmelo Anthony is a better scorer, but I'm pretty sure stats will say Kevin Durant, and y'all can have that. I just like Carmelo Anthony's game better. That's just me. I don't fault people if you say he's the top three. I would tell you like if you say he's top three, I'm not going to argue that with you because he is what they call a three-level scorer. He got so many, and he got so many ways. You know, when you talk about bag talk, Kevin Durant got a bag. He got one of a very deep bag to where that nigga he will bop you any way you want to. So it's like, what do you do with a 7 footer with a handles that can score from anywhere?
nothing.
Nothing. Now again, I'm just a Carmelo Anthony fan. So obviously, if you ask me who's a better scorer, I'm gonna say Melo. But that's just a biased opinion. I know stat. I'm pretty sure if you pull up stats, Kevin Durant probably got better. He already passed him in points, so we already got that down. But I'm pretty sure like efficiency and percentage wise, I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant statistically overwhelms Melo. I get that. I just
But
love Melo's game.
my initial argument for Kevin Durant is not just the fact that his shot making or anything like that. It's his efficiency. So that's where he lands in the hierarchy when it comes to scorers. Who I think is the greatest scorer of all time is just simply Kobe Bean Bryant because he didn't have the physical attributes that a lot of these elite scorers did. Like Kevin Durant is a 7 foot sniper who can move as a point guard. Um, Dirk Nowitzki was a 7 foot shooter. He was the first 7 foot shooter to like really have that bag. Michael Jordan was a person that could jump out the gym, long arms, strong guy, big ass hands. Like he could palm the ball. Like he had the physical attributes. LeBron James, 6'8", 250, runs a 4'4", locomotive coming down the court. Even Shaq, if you want to call Shaq a scorer, Shaq is 325 pounds of pure muscle who can run a 4'6" up and down the court, and you can't really move him. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had the most unstoppable move to ever be made in life itself. All of these people had a physical advantage in some way, some form of fashion, except Kobe. Kobe was the greatest scorer off of pure skill, and determination. He learned, he sat in the gym, he worked on his craft. There is literally not a shot on the court that Kobe cannot adjust and hit. Period. I've seen him hit shots that I don't even think another person can even adjust to shoot. And I've seen him hit them with confidence. You can say Jordan because his efficiency. You can say you can say LeBron because he has the most points ever. Kevin Durant because of his efficiency. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar because of his unstoppable shot and him being second in line. You can say whoever. But Kobe Dan Bryant being 6'6", 205, a regular two guard. He is not a elite frame two guard. Having the skill and determination to be that great as a scorer. I just you can't convince me no otherwise. Like even the scores today, a lot of the best scores outside of like Steph and a couple of other ones, like they have the advantage of, positionless basketball.
Speaking of, how do you feel? And this is an old topic, but when Paul Pierce said SGA had a better bag than Michael Jordan.
Paul Pierce also said that he was had a better career than Dwayne Wade.
Which he did not. And I love me some Paul Pierce, but you did not.
We love Paul Pierce, but me,
Yeah, you,
the
The Celtics fan. Mind you, Q is a Celtics fan, so him saying that, mm, nah, I disagree with Paul Pierce. I like Paul Pierce, but to me, Dwayne Wade always had the better career. Don't get me wrong. Paul Pierce does have a great career, but and, excuse me, he was more clutch to people. He let people put on. I think people forget that he used to have a lot of game winners that people don't know about. Paul Pierce can ball, so this is not. It's like saying one elite player to another elite player, but obviously, I think anyone will say Dwayne Wade had a better career, especially since Dwayne Wade got like
come
three
on, man,
championships with Paul Pierce.
come on, man. Dwayne Wade, Paul Pierce. I'm a Paul Pierce. We're not about to do this. We're not about to have this. We're not about to have this conversation. The conversation is more Dwayne Wade and Kevin Garnett, if you ask me. Because yes, Dwayne Wade has 3 championships, but Kevin Durant has a championship, an MVP, and a Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
So, and Paul Pierce has a Finals MVP just like Dwayne Wade does. So I can understand where his delusion comes from. I can understand. Because outside of the 2 rings that he had, LeBron and Chris Bosh, you know what I'm saying, him being the leading scorer of a team of men, Dwayne Wade won MVP. So, Paul Pierce, his delusion is not, from out of nowhere. He wasn't. Let me go ahead and educate the younger crowd because I don't know the age group that you have listening. Let me go ahead and educate them. Paul Pierce was not a role player. Let me reiterate. As cheesy as he may seem, Paul Pierce was not a role player at all. He was the man. He has the right to say the shit that he has to say, even though we all say you're stupid. We don't discredit him. We don't look at him like, nah, nigga, nigga, what? You? No, we only say that because he's in that conversation. He's able to be in that conversation. He is one of the greats. He is a champion. He was a leader of men. So yeah, like before y'all go ahead and disrespect Paul Pierce, like, oh yeah, he won Finals MVP. He happily sent LeBron James home consistently with a smile on his face. Sent LeBron James home. So yeah, go ahead. We ain't doing the truth slander over here. But he ain't better than Dwayne Wade. I'm gonna go ahead and say that he ain't better than D Wade. Just by if you're looking at just all like the whole entire package of skill, I slightly give it to Dwayne Wade because Paul Pierce is a shot maker. Oh yeah, he don't give a damn. He'll shoot that.
You call bank, I call game.
I call game.
Yo, speaking of the Wizards, is Trey Young on? Has Trey Young played yet?
I don't even know, Ray. I want to go to a game so I can just see it for myself.
You better go.
I'm not even. It's just I'm not even a Wizards fan, but it's been so long since they had somebody worthy of going to go see.
Oh, you wasn't gonna see Jordan Poole? No, Kyle Kuzma. That wasn't.
I and while you're making jokes, motherfucker, I did go see them.
Oh, you
No,
did.
yeah, they weren't. It wasn't. It wasn't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Poole didn't want to be there.
Oh yeah, you can see. You can tell from the jump he didn't want to be
He got traded to the Wizards. They got rid of him. That's what he was mad about. They got rid of him because of all that. So yeah, he was already salty. So I understand his frustration. He got dealt a wrong hand for a bum ass nigga.
there. God damn.
And that's no disrespect to Draymond Green's career, but today he's a bum ass nigga like that.
Right. Mm. All right. Um. Okay? So, any last words before we move on to the other topics?
Kevin Durant, top five, maybe six or seven, depending on how you feel. He ain't going further than seven though.
Oh yeah, no. Top five. Top five.
Yeah, I'm like,
Maybe
yeah.
even top. Maybe even top three. Without my biasness with Melo, because it's just like, because I'm not. Because to me, it's Jordan, Kobe. It was always Jordan, Kobe, and Melo. But if my biasness, with biasness, Melo's three. But without biasness, Melo is
I think it's done.
uh I put Durant over Melo. And oh yeah, as far as the whole thing with Steph Curry and all that stuff, I look, if Steph Curry wins one more ring, I will put him above Magic Johnson. That's all I'm gonna say. If he wins one more, because he's still lighting it up at what he's like 37, 37, 38. Either way, he's still lighting it up. It's just that the Warriors is not helping him out, and they
All I'm
traded him.
saying is this: Wardell has a unanimous MVP. He won a championship without a top 75 player, and he did it twice because he won without Kevin Durant, twice. Uh, so I mean, he really the argument is closer than what people think. Yeah,
Okay,
Magic
this is
Johnson.
not to cut you off, but this is what's funny. The When they was trying to three-peat with the Raptors, and this is what I tell people all the time, that Kevin Durant was only there so Steph Curry could take a break. Because one time when KD got hurt, people forget. Oh shit, they still have Steph. Because I remember, because they was like, "Is Kevin Durant better than Steph?" And my whole thing was, he's there so Steph can take a break. But when motherfucking KD used to get hurt, Steph would take over, and then people go, "All right, he was unanimous MVP for a reason." And then come to the playoffs when like Kevin Durant was really hurt, Steph Curry dragged that team to the fucking finals. I want people to understand that. He dragged that. They didn't have KD, they didn't have Clay, and they didn't have Draymond half of the fucking time. Steph Curry dragged that fucking team to the finals. And not only did he drag that team to the finals, he swept the hot ass Portland Trailblazers, where I thought Lillard was going to go and beat them. But he swept the. Not only did he swept them, he embarrassed the Blazers. Like they weren't even supposed to be there. I think that, and you know what's funny, cute? I think that was the reason why KD left. Because it was just because when I saw that, people was just like, "Oh shit, Steph is still that dude." And I was like, he was always that dude. It's just that he was just letting KD ball, and which is what you're supposed to do. But that I tell people all the time, like that playoff run with the Raptors, yeah, the shit kind of wore off with the Raptors because you know that's Kawhi and shit. But Steph dragged that team to the fucking finals. And I felt like KD felt the type of way because it was just like, damn, they don't really need me. They were 7-3-9 without you, my bro. And I love me some, and again, love me some motherfucking KD, but it showed you that how great Steph was when like he had to carry the team.
He came back from 3-1 against you.
Yeah, I just want people to remember that. So yeah, and as far like I said, I just want Steph to win one more. If Steph can win one more, that puts him up to 5, and I think Magic got 5. So if they got 5-5, you could say that even though there's two different styles, I don't mind you putting Steph ahead of Magic. I don't mind, but until then, I'm still giving it to Magic. But uh, before, oh yeah,
I can understand anybody picking Magic over Steph. This is not like it's there's no argument type thing. Like this is it's there's reality within it. But you know, if you ask me, I just feel like I would pick Steph.
yeah, I don't think old heads is well. If you ask an old head, I don't think an old head is going to give up Magic. So any,
Su-
it's
Surprisingly, I know a couple old heads that would pick Steph over Magic.
I might have to meet him because every old head I go, it's like it's Magic, and he's like, there's Mount Rushmore and then there's Mount Olympus. Magic is Mount Olympus, and y'all just fight for Mount Rushmore. That's how most people feel about the point guard position. It's Magic, and then it's the rest. So, and that's why, honestly, that's why I want Steph to win one more. That's what I'm saying. But before we get to the battle rap, we got to talk about our Cowboys. We do got to talk about our Cowboys. And how did you feel about this season?
Shout out to Brian Schottenheimer for trying. Shout out to Matt Uberflirt for getting the fuck out. I literally hate that nigga. I don't even know why they signed him in the first place.
I think that they hired him because he had a funny name, Uber Flirt. You goddamn Uber Flirt.
No, I just think that was another one of Jerry Jones's antics to try to get who he wanted on his team so they can listen to whatever the fuck he wanted done. No, I'm tired of that shit, but that's why we don't fucking win. You don't know football, Jerry. You just know money. Stick to the money. Let somebody else stick to the football. Please.
I still want to run a fade with Jerry Jones. Just one day. We. I just want him to just say we coming outside Cowboy Stadium, and I'm gonna run a fade with a 90-year-old billionaire.
No, just let him die in peace.
I don't.
Like let him die in peace, and we'll figure it out from there.
I was okay. I'm gonna tell you this, Q. I'm actually glad we didn't make the playoffs. I'm actually glad to make the playoffs because if we didn't make the playoffs, I feel like it would have proved Jerry Jones' point that he was right about letting Micah Parsons go, and I didn't want him to have that as a like. Even though like I was rooting for the team, I didn't watch none of the games, but I was rooting for the team. I lied. I watched the first game with the Eagles when CeeDee Lamb dropped that ball, and I almost threw my phone. And I was on the Metro on this one. Almost threw my phone outside the Metro door. Like I was so pissed when he dropped that fucking ball. I was like, goddamn shit. But I also said I don't want them to win because I think it'll prove Jerry Jones right. It was like we needed Michael Parsons because they was every team ran a fucking muck upon us, especially the Lions and the Ravens. And hell, damn near any team, motherfucker Scatterbrew, the Giants did too. And shit, goddamn, we just our defense sucked.
Our defense is some shit. The personnel was some shit. Everything about it was some shit. We were ass in that department. It was the worst, man. It was a waste of fucking time. We wasted money on nothing. Like we need to really reevaluate.
I feel sorry for Dak, but I also said that Dak just had a Tony Romo season. And if anybody know what's a Tony Romo season, it's when Tony Romo have such a good fucking season that it's always something that's fucking him up. Like Tony Romo used to throw for like 500 yards and still lose a game because the defense lets him down. Dak had one of those Tony Romo seasons, and it's just like I felt again. I felt sorry for Dak because he was balling his ass off, and I think if we would at least make the playoffs or won 10 games, he'd have been MVP. I think they would have gave Dak the MVP, but since we wasn't doing so hot, I think either Matthew Stafford or Drake May is going to get it, but I'm leaning more or less towards Matthew Stafford. But he was Dak would have won. In my opinion, Dak would have won MVP, and especially since we, oh my God, some of the games, like some of the games that we lost, I swear that Eagles game, that one frustrates me. The fucking Lions game frustrates me. The Vikings game frustrates me. The Bears one frustrated. Oh my! Because that's when I think that's when Caleb Williams started balling. After since he beat us, all of a sudden that just all of a sudden he's become the greatest. Not let me say not say the greatest quarterback. All of a sudden that's what they just start. The Bears just started with. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You mean to tell me the same team, the Cowboys, the same team we beat the Eagles on Thanksgiving, and then the next week we beat no, we beat the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, and the week before that we beat the Eagles. We beat two Super Bowl teams back to back, and like we just fuck it up. Like I'm sorry, that George Pickens. I think that was probably uh one of the greatest pickups that we could have because George Pickens. I don't know why the Steelers gave him up because that man. I know he had a attitude problem, but that boy could ball. But I'm glad we picked up George Pickens. CeeDee Lamb, I need him to catch more balls.
Jerry Jones, listen to me, Jerry. When it comes to picking up players with attitude problems and off-field issues, stay on the offense. You seem to hit gold on the offense, but hit shit on the defense.
You do got to admit, Jadeveon Clowney did play well, though. Jadeveon Clowney did play well.
But I feel like Jadeveon Clowney isn't a problematic person now as he was a couple years ago. Like if we'd have got a couple years ago, then that would have been the argument. But I think he was just. I think people just felt like he was past his prime.
The way he played, he was like the only. To me, he's the only spotlight for the defense. I can honestly say that. I would, yeah, Jadavian Clowney. And even though the linebacker we did pick up was a good linebacker, and then Kenny Clark started coming around, but no, that defense was still terrible. So and
The defense was still predicated and set up for Michael Parsons. That's the problem. When our whole defense is set up on getting pressure on the quarterback, and we can't get pressure on the quarterback because the person that we had to get pressure on the quarterback is not there anymore, we can't do anything. So now we can't afford to take those chances because we can't get pressure on the quarterback. So now our secondary is being exposed by the double move, by the single move, because they can't cover as well as people. They're all young.
how you feel? How do you feel that we let go Trayvon Diggs?
Get him the fuck out of here. Fuck Trayvon Diggs. You're gonna cry because Michael Parsons left. I understand that was your favorite teammate or whatever the case may be, but you still play for the Dallas Cowboys. You gonna quit on the team just to go to the team with Michael just to get released the next week after y'all lost?
Right.
How do you feel? How do you feel? You was the strange side woman. You was the side girl, the side girlfriend to the superstar. And when the superstar left his wife, you thought that when you left, he was going to be in love with you, but in reality, he was fucking you over too.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying? You thought it was green on the other side, literally. Y'all went home the same amount of time we would have went home if we would have went.
All right. So, all right. Any last words before we move on to our next topic?
Jerry Jones, your old ass need to retire or do something else. Brian Schottenheimer, I got faith in you because you showed me you can coach. I'm hoping that we get this defensive coach from the Eagles so we can actually make some noise because we're actually looking at things, bro. We're actually taking initiative to try to figure out what we're doing next. Jerry Jones isn't just plugging people in no more. Thank you, bitch.
I couldn't agree more. Okay. Uh-uh. Let's get into battle rap since it's been a while since we talked about battle rap. So, especially there was a battle that you and I have been talking about for like the longest. We anticipated for it to happen.
Your bitch ass go. I know he's your goat. He's your goat.
Oh man, yeah. Look, we both went hyping this battle up. I told you, I said, as soon as that get the confirmation, I'm coming to you. We coming to you. That battle came, and that battle went. So, and then, what is your thoughts on that battle, man? We gonna start with you. What are your thoughts on that battle?
All right, okay. First of all, Mook won, but Mook didn't win by as much as people make it seem. The crowd was biased as fuck.
I will agree with that.
The crowd was biased as shit. I don't appreciate that shit because there was no authenticity in the two fucking styles. They were biased to anything that Mook was saying. So it was like Hitman was on an uphill battle regardless. And because he's not lyrical and he wasn't pandering to what the fuck they wanted, they was already Mook had already won by round one by him saying anything. He had already won. Hitman was already fighting. He was already fighting the battle. So it was already like it wasn't in his favor from jump. Like that's why I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it was in a small room, but I would have appreciated a bigger room just for the just for the opportunity for it to be fair. Because at least Hitman, like let's just say for instance, Irving Plaza. I feel like Irving Plaza is a mutual ground for both of them, even though it's in New York. Because Hitman does amazing in Irving Plaza.
He does phenomenal in Urban Plaza.
He does. He rocks the floor in Irving. That's really it. That's
That's his.
Madison Square Garden for him.
Yeah, that's
So
his. Yeah,
with that, you know what I'm saying. With that versus the nigga from you know what I'm saying, Mook in Urban Plaza, like that would have made a beautiful battle. But because it was a small room, you know what I'm saying, it was just it pandered to Mook more than it could Hitman. But initially, Mook had more. I think Mook genuinely had more his shit. He had more, you know what I'm saying, bangers. Like it was it could be a battle of a bar versus performance type thing. Because Hitman bars aren't meant to hit. It's everything coming together to, make it work. And you know what I'm saying? Mook is the more so philosophy, you know what I mean? He breaks down, you know what I'm saying, all the, you know what I'm saying, traits and shit. Like he's a different type of animal. But I gave it the Mook slightly just because he won the battle initially battle. But the crowd was acting it too much for me, bro. It was just too much.
so I also gave it a Mook, but and I also agree with Q that it's not a blowout like everybody think. This is what I'm gonna tell you, and I've been saying this for a minute. Well, it's I don't like when the battle is decided by the crowd, and you could hear the crowd's biasness. Like it was kind of the reason why I wasn't on Geechee Gotti as much as everybody else was. Even though I would give him his battles, I was like, because he's the battle in the West Coast, and like everybody was there for Geechee. He had a lot of bias. Like I still say to this day, like the battle between him and Tech Nine, God rest his soul, Tech Nine. Um, that battle was closer than you think because Tech Nine was actually punching in that battle. But since he was on the West Coast, I gave Geechee that one. But Tech Nine was doing his thing. I felt the same way with this one, and I tell people all the time. And like the first time I started noticing it real clearly when Sue Surf battled John John and he said his first bar. He's like, I got rounds in me that can't come out that long. And I was like, I think that
Uh,
yeah. And like the crowd went bananas. I was like, John not winning this shit. I
yeah,
like
exactly,
I knew it.
exactly.
It's like you could tell, and I don't like that about the fans. I say that all the time. I don't like that about the fans because
Yeah, but that's the crazy thing is that's the same knock me and you always had on Sue Surf is that the crowd pandered to him so much. It's almost like you couldn't appreciate really what the fuck he was saying until you ran it back to listen and you like, oh my god, he went crazy. But the crowd won't shut the fuck up. So I understand. Like it's just like you can't enjoy it because they dick ride so fucking much. It was the same thing with Mook. It's like I can't. It's like I had to go back and really just like because I'm biasness. We know I'm running with Hitman. So from the initial battle, I'm reacting like yeah man, this shit is biased, right? I'm in the moment and I'm like yo, this shit is not fair. So, but even when I ran it back, I was like, all right, yeah, Mook. Me listening to it back, I'm like, yeah, Mook had that. He had it. I'm like, Mook had him right. And I think initially, like I said, that's a closer battle than people pay attention to. But in reality, if you put everything in perspective, there's not much that he could have done in that situation. because of where he was at, the crowd, anything like that. It's not too much he could have done to get himself back in the game for real. Like he, yeah.
Yeah,
So I gave it to Mook. Like I had to.
yeah. Like I was telling people, I don't. Yeah, any other place. I think any other place, Hitman's third would have hit harder than it really than
Yeah, I
this
think,
shit felt
and
flat. But I was
I think there were genuine dry spots in a lot in some of Mook's verse. But I just think that I'm not even saying it was dry spots, but we know how some stuff Mook carries. I knew what Mook was going to do. I knew Mook was going to break down his simplicity in his rounds and certain stuff like that, and just like, but that's what he do.
it's same here. But yeah, but yeah, I get like yeah, I get sick of that. I do get sick as far as the fans go, and I think honestly, I think that's why Smack stopped doing so many shows. Because I know a lot of people say there's no money in battle rap no more, but I just don't think he likes some of the biasness and some of the like you could tell when like I don't know about you, I don't know about you, but you could tell like when the crowds are not good, the events are not good
At all.
at all. So it's just like when the crowd be on it. The one I can't remember. I think it was a Summer Madness. I don't know if it was Summer Madness or no. When Floyd Mayweather was there and the crowd was
Mhm.
terrible. I think Houston. I don't care what anybody says. Houston is one of the worst crowds when it comes to battle rap.
Yeah, I hate it.
Houston's one of the worst crowds when it comes to battle. The Midwest, I understand. I tell people all the time, but they do give it up. If you like real lyrical, they do give it up. But the fucking and New York is New York. We already know that. But Atlanta, also second worst. I I hate it because I watched. I don't know if you watched Jazz versus Charlie, Jazz Rapper versus
Hmm.
Charlie Clips.
Yeah,
I felt like in any other venue except in the one because that was in Atlanta as well. I feel like that battle would have been so much better. And I do feel like the state sometimes the stage just make them play. That's why like I understand like having Summer Madness in everywhere is just like a WrestleMania, but I also feel like Summer Madness should be in New York.
yeah, it's only right. It's only right. It's only right. Summer Madness should always be in Urban Plaza. I just feel like it's Summer Madness again. Like, come on, man. Like, Urban Plaza is just that. That is just that. Like,
You see what it did
I
for
feel like
Lux? You
you
see
said
what
what?
you see what it did for Lux and Cal? That shit
I'm just
lit.
saying. That shit, Summer Madness, man. New York. Like, that's the heart of this battle. Like this culture. Urban Plaza is that. And I feel like it's only right for that to be the staple. Like if I worked with Smack, bro, that would be the first thing I would make a proposal. Like let's make these events more stationary. I get it. We did the world tour thing for the last few years. We got the sponsors that you wanted and stuff like that. But I feel like we're in a place now that we can thrive on our own. If
Yeah.
we bring back the authenticity, that like if we bring back the authentic feeling of battle rap and stray away from the commercial shit, like and get back to what we know, like that, like everybody, like we already, that y'all have had enough exposure. Not saying it like that, but like, hear me out. You don't need to force feed battle rap, like and then in the way that you're doing it, it's sort of like how people feel about 2K.
Hmm.
Like we love 2K so much, but we hate it because it's become a currency demon.
Right.
And that's how people feel about Smack. Like, you have an app, let's work off your app. Let's get all the shit from your app and let's keep it pushing. We shouldn't have to pay for another app to see the events live.
I personally think he needs to start putting free battles on his fucking like. Like, don't get me wrong, Eunice is fire now, but I didn't want to see Eunice back then. I was like, you gotta earn that. Let that be a free
Yeah,
battle.
yeah,
But I get
yeah.
Smack want to make money, but I was just like,
But you don't have to like Smack gotta understand, like, you don't gotta make money on every I can't really say that because you know what I'm saying, he's a money maker. I can't really speak on that, but just me, you know what I'm saying, as the consumer, I just feel like some things like, you know, there's a thousand more ways to get, you know, the consumer in a sense of understanding. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't know about Eunice until later down the line because, you know, you don't really put the battles out like that. And granted, because you try to make money off of it, but you know, a lot of us would probably want to tune in to watch Eunice if you made some battles free. The you know what I'm saying? Make an exclusive battle, one exclusive battle that'll just block. If you'd have made Eunice versus was Rum Nitty free, what? Come
yeah,
on.
that was a great battle too. That was a
And
good
that's what
battle.
I'm saying. Battles like that are great battles that can gravitate other people to come look at who the fuck they watching. We they don't know what a class. They just know a great battle. They just see, you know what I'm saying? They don't know this is a young nigga versus a heavy hitter. This is somebody. This is a free battle. You run across this, you like, hold this shit fire. Who the fuck is this young ass nigga battle? Even the battle head run across this. They like, who the fuck is this young nigga battling Rum Nitty? Come to find out, this nigga fire. Like this nigga Smack was the shit. Man, Smack was the shit when his line was YouTube.
Yeah.
When YouTube was the shit that he needed.
Okay, so let me ask you this: do you think battle rap is dying, and if so, why?
I think battle rap is going in the same range, is going through the same problem as the NBA is and the NFL
Ooh,
and every other sport.
ooh. Talk to him.
I think these sports have become more about a market rather than skill. So the um, the overseers of these sports and these sports entertainment, you know what I'm saying, companies don't they aren't value they don't allow the product to flourish within their skill rather than flourish with, you know what I'm saying, trying to make, you know, it's a lot of battle rappers who left this business because of, you know what I'm saying, not feeling like they were worth what they was getting. And now you're to a point where you've gotten what you wanted out of this. It's time to expand. And this is like the NBA. And it's softened up. You've pandered to you've pandered to the outside consumer more than the people who've been here since day one.
Mm-hmm.
The real fans don't give a fuck about these other people outside of this shit. That's what we here for. If I want you to watch the NBA, that's what I'm here for. A fan, somebody who's been watching it, somebody who understand this. We don't need y'all to soften it up for other people to want to watch it. That don't even make no.
Nope.
It comes with emotion, grit. You know what I'm saying. The fight, man. Like people don't that feel you used to get for battles. Like, let me take y'all down memory lane. Come a little older, man. Do y'all know how it felt when Arsenal versus Hitman got locked in?
Mm. Talk to him.
Like, do y'all know how much that was like two number one seeds that year. finally locking in. Let's see who's really, yes. It was really split down the middle. Fans were really torn between Arsenal versus Hitman. No exaggeration. This is for real. Y'all, there's so much missing in battle rap. Like Hitman versus Avert, man.
Right.
Like like Conceited versus yeah, Conceited versus any fucking body.
Especially B Magic. I still go back to this Conceited
Like,
versus B Magic.
come on. Do y'all know about the legend of Charlie Clips? Before Charlie Clips became Charlie Clips, do you know Charlie Clips was a myth, a legend? You know how long a real battle rap fan waited for Charlie Clips to finally come outside? And then when he did, Lord have mercy, the return of Loaded Lux. The return of Loaded Lux.
And yeah, we was gonna get to his battle too for Twerk between him and Twerk. I was gonna get your opinion
That
on
was
that one too.
that was fire.
That was a
Hey,
yeah.
shout out to Twerk, man. Shout out to Twerk, man. Twerk coming outside for man. No, shout out to Lux, man. Lux coming outside for these young niggas, bro. That's what I like to see. These young niggas keep thinking they goats and keep talking about goat conversation, this, that, a third, and all this shit. Like this nigga Lux is really showing up and coming outside and really getting these niggas belt to ass and going back in the fucking hole. This is the Lux that make me say he's a goat. This is the Lux that make me rearrange my goat conversation. That's the Lux I like to see.
Yo,
Not
go ahead.
not the one battle in a half years.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, and you know me, I fucking love Twerk, but Lux kind of like swagged on him this whole battle.
Bruh, there's a difference between being good and being good.
Yo, he kind of swag. And yeah, I know like Twerk was dealing with some shit, but at the same time, yeah, Lux kind of swagged on him. I was like, God damn,
Come
like
on, man. Lux has managed to Lux beat fucking Twerk. He beat Rum. He beat he beat what's my man name? Because he about to come home. The Wave.
Too
Surf.
Surf.
He beat Surf. Like Lux ain't coming outside for nothing. That's what he said. Guy ain't calling me out here for nothing. Lux is really that old head nigga that be at the YMCA and he be watching the young niggas really ball up and really look sweet. And the young niggas know that he used to be like that, but they always wonder if he still got it.
Oh yeah, hook shot, backboard, young blood.
Young blood.
Yeah, good D, young blood. This nigga done scored 30 on you. You're like, good try, young blood. I like that. Yo, that's how the old head was saucing me up too. Nigga said backboard, and he threw a Tim Duncan backboard. I was like, God damn.
Like Lux to me, pound for pound, might be the greatest battle rap that ever lived. Like I really, in my mind, that big three conversation we had years ago is finally coming into fruition. It really that big three really runs through Harlem, and it's funny as fuck. It's funny as shit that the three best battle rappers to ever do this shit all come from Harlem. Hold up, is Murder Move from Harlem?
Yeah, boot from Harlem.
Yeah, all three of them. All three of the goats are from Harlem, New York, bro. Tell me about that shit.
Mm.
And those are the three people, like, really, when people, like, when I listen to a real, you know what? I'm not gonna say this because honestly, from the last time we talked about battle rap, you've convinced me there is a new goat that has emerged in this conversation. I have. I'm so glad that we're on this podcast because I can finally respectfully give him his flowers and really say that this nigga is really that, and he has proven me in a different manner. Like his whole demeanor in this shows me that he knows. Like you good when you know you're great, and you know like he's in that echelon now. He's in that era. Like Rum Nitty is on his way there. Surf when he gets his mind right, he's on his way there. Geechee Gotti, he was projected to be there, but he's falling off just a little bit. But he's on his way there too. But when I tell you, even Surf, if Surf stopped going to jail, people will he will be in that conversation. He's slightly in that conversation, but because he keep leaving and coming back, he kind of has the luck situation going on where he just comes back. You know what I'm saying? We get a battle, maybe two, and then he's gone for a while, and we come back and we get. You know what I'm saying? Once he's back in the mix again, yeah, because that's somebody I'm scared of in the next couple of months. But this person that I'm talking about is Tay motherfucking Rock.
Talk to him.
I am here to finally say it. I hate to say this. I really hate to say this shit. Tay Rock today has surpassed Hitman on my list of goats, bruh.
Damn.
I am here to say this shit.
And you know what's
For
funny? Them two battled, and I had Hitman beating Rock.
Hitman did beat Rock. I'm
For you
saying
to say
and
that,
I'm
wow.
saying I'm saying like the oh my god, like I've seen like Tay Rock does shit to like it's it's almost majestic on how effortless he does this shit now. It's like you Hitman at this point knows he's good and it's worked against him. Where because he knows he's good, but the younger generation and some people feel like he's not as good as he thinks he is, or as other people think he is. He feel like he has to prove a point, so he goes out of his body to try to do shit that he doesn't have to do. If
Right,
that makes sense.
right.
So, like, instead of you being dominant the way we know you to be dominant so you can win, you're trying to do other shit to try to win over other people rather than stay with what we know and just efficiently whoop ass on how you do it. Like you've beaten goats, you've beaten people on historic runs because of doing you. You have now come to a point where you're trying to do more than what you are great at. I just hate that about what he's doing right now. But like Tay Rock is in that realm now with Polly Clips, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, where they just they know they're better than you. And it doesn't matter who's in front of them. Like today, if Tay Rock stood in front of Mook today, it would be a very different battle. Very different battle. I think
Interesting.
I think I think Tay Rock would be more in a pocket with Mook. I think Tay Rock can rap with Mook now. Like bar for bar, rap with Mook. Like I'm not saying this is not an exaggeration. I think Tay Rock can go bar for bar, straight down the line. No gift, no itty, no bullshit. I think he straight down the line can go bar for Murder Mook and belt the ass.
that's saying a lot because they battled as well. Tay Rock and Mook. And people gave that one to Mook. I remember that. So that's interesting to say. Oh man. But you know what I think is missing? And you may it's just I don't know the excitement in battles, like seeing the hype for the battles, and you see Lux versus Aver for the first time. I was like, yo, that's a dope ass battle. I'm I'm not excited. To me, it's just like I don't want to say battle rappers is dying. You're just not excited for some of the battles that you've seen, and in my opinion, I felt like after Geechee beat Lux, all the new rappers should have been like, "We're next," and y'all should have followed behind Geechee, and I feel like none of y'all didn't because I feel like y'all would have took advantage of Geechee beating Lux, and then will help people look at y'all classes because you and Geechee are from the same class. But like I said, it didn't help, especially since Lux was definitely giving Rum Nitty the business. But Rum Nitty was fire too. But yeah, I don't know because I said if there was a card I would make, and I said it'd be a not a rematches card, and I would get a bunch of matches that I know there's gonna be instant classics because they're gonna try to kill each other, especially in a rematch. So my main,
One minute, no nuts.
no. I want Loaded versus Cal. That's my main event. I think even because especially since Calico has gotten better as a battle rapper than he was when he did that, and Lux has been on the killer streak. I feel like those people need to meet up again. It's just one of those things where it's just like, oh, he's better now than he was back then. Maybe this will go better for Calico. And I wanted to have it in Urban Plaza too, right? Um, my rematches, and they all to me they all have some type of meaning. Um, Sway versus Danny Myers because
I
people,
agree.
yeah, I think Sway versus Danny Myers works because Danny Myers is still mad that he lost that match, even though it was a judge battle and the judges went for Sway, and you picked the judges according to what Sway said. So that was it. I would actually go Avon Run Nitty because I thought that was a classic.
That was definitely a classic. I just don't know if they can make that same magic.
You remember?
I would actually go Av and Chess.
Yeah, that was also good. As long as Chess don't throw up, I think we good. I'm not mad at that one. I'm not mad at that one. I also said JC versus Chilla Jones. I feel like that would definitely be a battle to see if JC is still with us. I don't know. He's so short. Let me stop.
I don't know. Ooh, but I'm no way. I think my favorite a battle. I think would have been there was a battle where Rum Nitty battled white guy glasses.
Battle who?
I forgot the white guy with the glasses.
White guy with glasses.
Small room. It was the same night JC battled Quirk.
Iron Solomon.
Yeah, Iron Solomon.
That was a classic. I just remember that battle. Yeah. They were fire. They both was fire. That was a good one. What else I said? I said I think Tay Rock and Charlie Clips. Because I know they've been asked for a part 3. I think that
That needs to happen
I'm telling you,
before before they retire. I am really advocating for this battle. This is the battle. This is truly a battle of GOAT supremacy, because when you really look at the hierarchy and who they battled and who they beat and who they lost to, it's not as off as people expect. Like, Charlie Clip has put a lot of people on a fucking belt. Like, y'all forget he beat Geechee Gotti
right.
when he was losing. He was losing to Geechee. He beat him. He beat Geechee. You know what I'm saying? Like, people forget that. So, he beat Sue Surf. He beat the shit out of Hitman. I know it was a long time ago, but he's whooped these. His battle with Loaded Lux is still the most debatable in my eyes in history.
It was
That's correct. Right down, right down the line. Right down the line. Shoot. I said JC versus Chilla Jones. I know I said that. So we got Lux and Cal, Swave and Danny Myers, JC and DNA and Kayshawn. Because I feel like they need to settle whatever beef they got. I feel like that would be the one where they settle the beef. I would.
I, okay, so if I could pick three battles, I'm gonna just say three. Three rematchable battles. Loaded Lux and Sue Surf.
Good one.
I need to. I actually need to see Sue Surf with 3 rounds. I feel like that was on its way to be something special. I think Loaded Lux still ain't forgave him for that. Yeah, Loaded Lux was mad as shit that battle because he was like he sold that. And even
they can't help settling something that happened.
and even though it just happened a couple years ago, I need to see Tay Rock versus damn. It just left my brain that fast. All right, forget that. I need to see a rematch versus Arsenal versus Hitman. I feel like Arsenal needs to come back and try that again.
That's a good one. That is a good
That
one.
that was a battle that Arsenal was actually like fighting back. Hitman just had too much. And
That is a good one. That's a great one.
yeah, and one more that's sneaky as hell. That's sneaky as hell is Charlie Clips versus Averb.
I thought. See, that was one of my matches too.
That's a real throwback. That was the beginning of the Charlie Clips era, where he was the ghost. That was the ghost of Charlie Clips, and Averb was the first person to get the get the belt. So yeah, we definitely need to see that. Oh man, yeah, no, hold on. We need to see Loaded Lux versus Murder Mook again. That's obvious.
I like seeing them watch with each other. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't like.
Yeah, I
Have
hate
you
it
seen
now.
some of their freestyles?
Yeah, they piss me off.
I want to see them in the 2-on-2. Them niggas is just.
No, I don't want to see them in the 2-on-2 no more.
Bro.
I don't need to see that. I don't. That is not nothing anybody wants to see. Have they ever done it?
No, it was Lux
Yeah.
and Hollow. And
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that is not. When I tell you, who the fuck are they going to battle? That's really the question. The only it's only two it's only
I remember NWX was calling them out. In case
yeah.
y'all
I'm about to
missed
say it's
that.
only three. I'm about to say it's yeah. I'm about to say it's only two teams I personally would accept them battling, and it's NWX and it's gun titles.
See, they was because I know. Actually, the funny thing you said about that because when they battled Tay Rock and Chess, it was supposed to be Tay Rock and Surf, but that's
Yeah,
not
Tay
what it
Rock
was.
and Surf. I know that was
Yeah,
supposed to that was supposed to be the fake. Yeah, I love Hollow the Don, but I don't think Hollow the Don is in that realm as we thought. I think Hollow the Don was a phase that we all went through.
damn.
I still think he's great. Still think he's a goat killer. You know what I'm saying? He's giving his just due, but yeah, no.
Damn. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like just URL is just one exciting battle, and I was like, to me, the night of rematch is called. I'm telling you, man, if I was a billionaire, I'd have been like, yo, smack, I will pay for it. Just get the people. We will figure this shit out. But I need to see these matches.
I would tell yeah, smack straight out the gate. Look, bro, I need you to book because yeah, I don't think it's worth the rematch, but I feel like I don't think it's worth the rematch to really care as a fucking community. It's really this is just personal for me, but I think I want Charlie Eclipse to get back on fucking on loaded laps. That's some bullshit.
Yeah, because when he brought out that paperwork, I was like, God damn.
About his father though, that shit pisses me off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Clips. You know, there was an interview. He said, yeah, he was pissed off about that too. He was like, because I'm not my dad. It's just like,
Yeah, like what? And then the crowd fed into the shit like, oh, your father's a snitch. What about me though?
I was like, I didn't snitch. It's like, God damn. I remember that. I was like, ooh. And they was passing out the paperwork too. Yeah, Lux.
Yeah, really pissing me off because funny, loaded luck was losing. That's what nobody said.
That's a lot of people
Charlie
said.
Clips
He was losing.
Charlie Clips was whooping his ass. That second round, Charlie Clips, bro. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. That first round, he was cooking.
I'm telling you, a serious Charlie Clips ain't nobody fucking with. Got it. I tell people all the time. That's it. When it comes to a serious Charlie Clips, ain't nobody fucking with.
Yeah,
So
like a Charlie Clips that came to battle, bro. Yeah, you can't beat him. I've never seen anybody beat Charlie Clips when he came to battle.
oh man.
What's a battle that we haven't seen that we need to see?
Oh man. That's what here's now I've always been this is one of my unpopular takes because I feel like they pushed Geechee Gotti too fast. Cause
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, and this has nothing to do with Geechee because do think Geechee is fire. But I always said this: I feel like they was giving Geechee matches that he should have been main eventing, but
Yes.
but he was just like out of second or third of the card. Like I told people, Geechee versus Verb is a main event anywhere, and yet
Yeah.
that was just a regular battle on a card.
Yeah, that was too. It was no. I what. Let me tell you what I think. Honestly,
I'm listening.
I think they were betting against Geechee, and it backfired. I don't think they expected Geechee to beat the people that he was beating like that. Not saying that they thought Geechee wasn't good, but you book a young battler against vets early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Early, fast in their career. You know, it's only a couple of reasons why. Is either you really they're either really like fan favorite and they're going to be overly booked, or you know they're just given a fair chance and they're not really sure what they're going to get out of it. But we know Yuji Gotti was a fan favorite because of what he was talking about. But to be
Right.
booked in front of Averb is like crazy. Unless they was asking for him. That's another reason. They could have been asking for him. But I don't see too many people asking for Geechee early.
That's why look, I don't know if Geechee and John John was a main event battle, but there was a lot of battles that Geechee did. I was just like, why are we getting this so soon? Like I felt even like when he did Geechee versus Twerk, and Twerk kind of fucked up that battle because the shit that was when he was dealing with whatever the fuck he was with Norbs, and he beat up Norbs that year. I was just like,
Yeah, he beat whooped Norb's ass that day.
he whooped Norbs ass that day. So also, by the way, yo, Twerk, you one of my favorites, but I can't be betting on you no more, my nigga. I really can't.
Oh yeah, I've been stopped betting on Twerk,
I,
and it's benefited him because when I don't bet on Twerk, he comes the 3 round, whether he wins or loses.
right. I be like Twerk. He gives me that. You remember Tyra Banks when she had that rant on America's Next Top Model talking about we was rooting for
Mm-hmm.
you. We was all rooting for you.
Control up, down. Yeah, he's definitely that guy.
I
I can't lie.
that's me every time when I see Twerk. Twerk is one of my favorites, but when he fuck I wanted him to beat Easy, and I can't say that because Easy beat him, and I don't even hate Easy the Block Captain, but
I do.
you do. He's
I do. I'm sorry. I do.
I
I
don't
do. I
blame you.
do. I do.
I don't.
And it
I
has nothing to do with his personal situation. Uh, I think we're going to detail. I don't like him.
I don't blame you, but at the same time, I was like the way they push him, but the way Easy kind of like he's been pushed. I feel like because he's letting the battles breathe a little bit, because he's getting main event battles and shit. That's what I feel like they should have did with Geechee, because like I said, they was giving Geechee killers, and yet he will go on third or some shit like that. Like
Yeah,
even Geechee, I don't think Geechee versus Goods was a main event battle, was it?
I forgot he battled goods.
He did, and that was no, that was when they was outside, or they had this drink. They looked like outside. It's when Kayshawn battled Pat Stay, God rest
Oh
peace.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
And I had Goods winning that battle.
Man, guns, man. We ain't gonna talk about goods, man.
No, we ain't gotta talk about Goods.
Cause for real, goods is one of the most unspoken battle rappers ever, bro. Like he's one of those dudes that need his flowers. He's he's a Danny Myers. He's a Marv one. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of like, but he's in a different class, man. Like he's one of those people that he can rap. So he's just too arrogant. Like, and that's what I love, man. I used to hate good. I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't stand good for a long time.
Nah, I get it. I get it.
Growing up, but getting older, and just you know what I'm saying. Some of it was his freestyles. that made me understand that, oh no, he really can rap. Like he's really lyrical. Like he really know what the fuck he be talking about.
Yeah, Goods is like that. Goods is like that. So if you had to pick
Yeah.
a female battle to rematch, what would you pick?
Oh, Jazz the Rapper versus Official by far.
You and me. This is why we. This is why that's my nigga right there. That's my nigga right there.
Cause I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Jazz is numero uno, and she deserved that rematch. I feel like she got ramsacked because she wasn't battling like that. She got caught bullshit.
Yo, you and I, we're both on the same page. Eh,
She got caught.
Poppy
She got caught.
admitted she too afraid to even pop a cherry. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was crazy. That was crazy. But that's to be frank, or not to be frank, to try to be. That's what really won the battle. That bar was hard as hell.
that bar. Yeah, it's one of the most memorable. Actually, that's the only bar I remember throughout that whole battle.
Yeah,
That's
exactly. And that's why she won that because of that. That hit so hard. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like Jazz the Rapper is numero uno. Like she's the best. I used to be fond of 40 bars. I used to be fond. I'm still fond of Miss Hustle. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Miss Hustle is right there in that GOAT conversation. But I just prefer Jazz the Rapper. I just like Jazz the Rapper is fire.
oh yeah. When she went on that rant about like because a lot of I think it was Yoshi G. She was talking about how she's not promoting female battles. I was like, yo, Jazz has a staple name where she can like turn down men. I was like, you barking up the wrong tree. Like Jazz can.
Yeah, I'm about to say Jazz really got her own agenda. Like she can do the fuck she wants. She's paid her dues, and she's paid them with a heavy price. Like Jazz got the resume. Like she got the resume. She got the everything, bro. There's nothing she can't do. Like Jazz got our respect. Like Nunu. Like you can never disrespect Jazz the rapper. Dead ass. Like dead homies. I don't give a fuck. Not in this courtroom. You will be fined in a contempt of court for disrespecting Jazz the Rapper. Give a
Right,
fuck how big her head is. That's my baby. I love Jazz the Rapper.
right.
Fire. Fire.
Yeah,
Like fire.
I know. Yeah, when she was like up in the running for Woman of the Year, I was like, yeah, ain't nobody else taking it but Jazz. That's it. I know people. A lot of people want to say, "What about Coffee Brown?" I was like, "Come on, dog." Like
Coffee was fire, but no. Fuck no.
Jazz was outside that year. That's what I'm saying. It's not saying that Coffee wasn't, but Jazz was just like
Jazz was outside.
Jazz was outside.
That's the only battle I need to see. Jazz versus Miss Hustle.
I actually said my second one, the Jazz and Miss. You said Jazz and Miss Hustle. That's yeah.
That's a battle that I don't think that ever happened.
No, it happened. It happened. It's early Queen of Ring.
Okay.
Very early Queen of Ring.
But
The
yeah,
battle
like
I want to see because she's actually one of my favorites, but she don't battle no more. Is Couture versus Official. That was one of that battles.
ah
That battle,
Couture used to be fire.
I love me some Couture. I tell people all the time, I love me some Couture.
Couture, when she was with Charlie Clips, belt the ass. She was putting belt the ass.
Like,
Hey, cause I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Couture when she was dating Charlie Clips, and I'm about to say Couture when she was dating Charlie Clips, Shuni when she was younger, and fucking Farrah Funeral.
mm,
Farrah Funeral was something serious. But she was twerk before twerk.
yeah.
She was she was
I
she
be
was
just,
too sir.
yeah,
She was too sir.
I be wanting to root for Fair, but you should be given reasons not to.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, man. Stop choking. Take this shit serious. Like, you bullshit. Wonder why people whooping your ass. That shit used to hurt. That shit hurt my heart because she was like one of the first. female battle rappers I really like locked in on. I'm like, oh no, Farrakhan got cooking. Who the fuck is this? And then 40 bars came. I was like, God damn it.
Oh man, I think
He just looked.
that was another one of mine. But after a while, I stopped wanting that one. Jazz versus 40.
Yeah, oh my God. We don't need to see it's certain rematches
Yeah, because Jazz whooped
that
that
like
ass.
because that was a night that Jazz the rapper walked 40 to the backyard and just went on and just put her out of her misery, bro. Like that shit was bad.
That was yeah.
That was bad. That was when I was like, yeah, Jazz is next. Jazz is the one.
Yeah, she dog walked 40. I was like,
She dog walked
I
40
turned it.
bars. It
I
was
think I turned into Meek Mill that day.
get up.
Get up.
Funny, your name is Carlisa. It ain't even Lisa
It's a
Carr.
car.
Damn.
Boy, I thought it was over there. I ain't gonna
I
hold
said,
you.
that's a hard ass jab. I said, God damn it.
I was like, yo.
He was hitting
That's
her with all college shit. Like you can tell she was young as fuck, cooking the fuck out of her.
yeah. And then yeah. That's the
Ah, good times.
Yeah, good times. And that's what I'm saying. Like, see, a card like Night of Rematches, I feel like you could build on that so much. So you could just go back to nostalgia of what they looked like before and then, like, just try to run it back again. You got battles with drama, you got battles with history, you got battles where people go, damn, I remember the first time they battled. And I feel like, especially like motherfucking Cal and Lux. Do you know how many?
Kyle and Luck got it. If y'all do a night of rematches,
And
the
that's the
first
first.
one y'all do, it has to headline Lux and Calico. I don't give
Yes.
a fuck what y'all talking about. The first one has to headline Lux and Calico, and the
Yo. Uh, I'm pretty sure he's experiencing some technical difficulties, but I'm pretty sure he'll come back. But yeah, um, I think Lux and Calico will definitely get people back in, especially since there's so much history. There's so many quotables from Loaded Lux side. Um, Motherfucking Calico having to like fight uphill, even though he was kind of winning in that round before he got to a second round. But that's just one of those things where I feel like, ooh, yeah. So I definitely want to not rematch this card.
yeah,
Like,
I'm about to say that card has the headline. It has the headline Calico and Lux, and then the the main event, the event before that, the battle right before that, will have to be A Rock and Charlie Clips. Or that might be too much in one night. We might be having to. You know what? I got to do it like Smack do. So what I would do is, all right. So the first night, so the first one would headline Lux and Calico, and the undercard for that one would probably be something like Tay Rock versus Chess.
right,
Okay, so that's the starter for that one, and somewhere in that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have other undercards and shit like that. So the next year, the headline will probably be something like Charlie Clips versus Surf.
mm,
Boom, we got that out the way. Now year three is when we get Charlie Clips versus Tay Rock.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Because there's now some type of, because really the only people who really, there's not really, I mean, there's a lot of main event ish rematches, but like the only, like, because even with the main events that I said, like a lot of the rematches that we want could be undercards. Like Hitman versus Arsenal could definitely be an undercard under Paulie Clips and Sue Surf. Clear. That's not even close. And it's not even on Hitman's part. It's really on Arsenal. It's not saying that Arsenal is not who he is, but I'm not putting Arsenal battle 3 or battle 4.
I agree.
I'm not putting him that far down. I think that's a legit rematch that we gotta see. And then, you know what I'm saying, year 3, the undercard for that could probably be damn. The undercard for that could really be Rum Nitty versus what's my man from Detroit?
Which one?
Not Detroit, Yaktown.
Oh, it will.
Oh man, what? A rematch of that?
That would also be a great card. Remember, it will.
I grabbed the nose running like I grabbed the nose running like coming down with
That was fire.
oh no, we need K Rock versus Ill Will.
J Rock is not gonna battle that nigga again. He already. I remember
Yeah,
him saying that. He said, "That's a nigga I won't battle again." Even though he
because
beat
Ill
him.
Will was about to put Ill Will was putting belt to ass. Tay Rock, that was the big.
That
So
was
all right, so
that was
you know
good. Yeah,
what? I
people
gotta.
give J Rock.
So here is my question. We have dived in a lot of second rounds of Tay Rock. In that era of Tay Rock, where his second rounds were everything. What is your favorite second round?
Ooh, the one. Oh, I got a couple of them. Him versus shit. God damn. Oh, obviously the one with him and Ill Will. That was a great second round. Um, I want to put him versus T Rock versus Daylight, but I thought T Rock was fire all 3 rounds. It's just like Daylight was a step ahead.
Daylight was just on another level. We're not even
Day
going to talk about
yeah,
that.
Daylight was on another level. So um, him versus Charlie Clips. I thought he had a great second round then too.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
agree.
shit. Well, it was something else that he had.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you one. The second round of Tay Rock versus Chess.
Hmm, there's a good one.
Because really, when you think about it, it was really like Tay Rock really won the battle from the middle of the second round, the middle of his second, all the way to the end of the third. From that point on, all the way to the end of the battle, Tay Rock took the battle away from Chess because Chess was really, that is a battle when that was a battle where Tay Rock really fought from behind. Like he was really down, and they really like he found a, oh my god.
Hmm, I agree.
But that's crazy. And as far as Tay Rock and Ill Will second round, everybody loves that Emmett Till bar, but it was a bar before that he said. Oh, he was like, oh shit. It was he was like, since you from Yak Town, I have your town pouring out yak for him. That was
Is that
That
good?
bar right there. That bar right there
Oh yeah.
was I was like, oh my god, that when he does shit like that, when he name flips like that, and still to this day, feel like the worst day. I seen Tay Rock whoop niggas asses, but I seen what the my favorite ass whooping Tay Rock gave was when he gave it to Bad News. I hate Bad News.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
I don't. I really think if I say if I think anybody is overrated, I think Bad News is overrated. He is very much overrated.
That.
And he is the most overrated, in my opinion. I don't see it personally. I just don't. He just doesn't. He doesn't move me the way like his whole persona of being in that one battle league. For him to be the man there is equivalent to Austin Aries being the man at TNA.
Oh shit. That's that's great. Shit, that's
Like
great.
okay, for instance, like the best analogy I can make is like, all right, for ARP, I would say the man over in ARP is probably Ill Will. He's probably the ARP nigga. So I look at him like Kurt Angle in TNA. Like he used to be with Smack. He was cool with Smack. We was fucking with him over there, but he left and now he is running his own. He's the nigga to walk through in ARP, and he is well deserved to be that guy. And that's just how I look at it for him. If that makes any type of fucking sense.
Ain't no complaints over here.
I think as a wrestling fan, me and you can agree we were never over or head over heels about Austin Aries. And I feel that way about Bad News. I think he is hella overrated and he doesn't move me. And I've watched a couple of his battles and it's just nothing that gets me that's like, okay, I can see it.
Right.
Or just a bar or anything, or just how he puts something together. It's like, all right, oh, okay, all right, okay. All right, I can see why he got fans. I can see why people like him. Okay, that was cool. Okay, I like how he did. Like, I don't get that none. I watched the Tay Rock battle 1,000 times. Nothing like that whole night that they had, that whole event. I watched that whole event numerous times. And even in every battle that I watched, like there were if somebody like got beat bad, it was a reason behind it. Like that was the last real sighting of Brez. And I forgot who he battled. He battled the Christian dude. What's his name? Can't think of his name.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, but you know you know who I'm referring to, if I remember. But Brez beat him to oblivion.
Yep.
Like that. That was I've seen that was that was that was T Rex bad.
Any last words
Like
for
that
Cooper?
was
My bad. Go ahead.
I was like that was T Rex bad. Like when T Rex went on that run of one rounders when he was just beating the brakes off of people.
Oh yeah.
When he was just beating up the Midwest like it was no other. That's how bad Briz beat him. Like I've never seen somebody beat some. I've never seen somebody beat somebody that bad in a one rounder. Like it's like he did not belong there. And Briz was just on 10 levels, 10, 20 levels above him. Like Briz, come back, please. Come back. I need a rematch between you and Hitman. How about that? That could be a reason for you to come back.
I know. I don't knock that battle. That's a battle where like if Briz got to come back, I want him to come back against Murder Mook, just so we can
Mm.
get that battle out the way. Just like go battle Mook. After
Nah,
that,
man. Oh, that is such a trap. That could be so bad either way. Can you imagine? Just can you picture? Can you picture Briz coming back? Right.
mm-hmm.
Let's say let's say 6 months from now, Briz comes back out of nowhere. He does one he does one basement battle, and then he just to get his feet wet. But he has 3 rounds written specifically for Murder Mook. And then Murder Mook has 3 rounds
Mm.
specifically for Briz. Like, do you know how chaotic this will be, Ray?
I'm telling you, that's why like when if I ever get another rematch, this card, I'm booking it to where it's just like, oh, it's must see TV.
But that's not a night of rematches because they never battled.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
That is summer madness
That is
at
definitely
its
something madness.
finest. That is a real summer madness battle. Like you gotta book Briz. Like the moment he say I'm back, you gotta book him out the gate and get him prepared. Because as soon as he comes back, your first objective is to get him and Mook in a battle. It's nobody else he needs to see. I
Right.
don't want to see him against Ramidi. I don't want to see him against Gucci Gotti. I don't want to see him against no. I don't want him to go to Remy Ma's league and go see that nigga. I don't want him to battle nobody, not one person.
But Sugar Ray let it. Shut up.
I swear to God, I don't want him to touch nobody. He got to fight the goat. He
He
got to
gotta
fight the
fight.
3-headed monster, man.
He
He
gotta
got to
fight
fight.
Mook.
That's the fire, bro. He is the fire. Murder Mook is the fire. You gotta go see the
You
fire, bro.
gotta go see Mook. I'm telling you.
You gotta go see Mook. It's no other way. It's almost like a reinitiation. You have unfinished business. What you entered the realm of a goat. You have to go see about it. Like when you do that, you have to go see about that person. Like everybody has their own way to like, and you have to either be summoned by the goat or you have to be in conflict with the goat in order to see about him. So it's like you are in conflict with murder. Like you got to go see about that. You got to go see what he's talking about because he waiting. And murder move. Ooh, you ain't going to just see nobody. That's the fucked up part. You ain't coming back to prepare for just anybody. You preparing to come back to see top 3, 1, 2, or 3, depending on who you like. But it's only them 3. You're going to go see one of them. You better come right. You got to come right, bro. Got to come right. See, what makes Tay Rock in that realm He has stood in front of two of them because he ain't battled Loaded Lux yet, not by himself. Did he?
No, he didn't battle Lux by himself. You would
No,
think
he ain't.
so.
I'm about to say no. He ain't never seen. He ain't never seen Lux by himself.
No, he didn't.
That needs to be done too.
Okay. Any last words before we move on?
No, no.
Because I think we
Mm-mm.
done said about for. Okay. All right.
Yes.
So we get all right. Since we've been on here for like a good 2 hours, I think.
Hmm.
So I would say this: we can go to the Wale, or we could just end it here. What do you want to do?
It depends on you, but we can talk about Wale.
Okay, I think okay, we can talk about Wale.
Yeah, I was. We can speed through Wale.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
I
First
want to
off,
say
what did you think about this album? And
fire,
Fire. Okay, because I think it's
fire.
Fire as album. Okay. Now, and my other thing is, it's like, where would you place Wale in this era? And what do you think? How would you look at his career so far in this in a whole as a whole?
Okay, first of all, Wale is not this era. He is our era.
He is our era. Yes.
He is our era. Wale specifically belongs to us. He is with us with ASAP, Big Sean, Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick, all of those guys that you want to name that are probably up in age now. Like, yeah, Wale
The
is one of
double
those.
XL freshman list meant something.
Absolutely. Um, Wale is overlooked, overseen. Oh,
Woo!
Wale has hits. Wale has depth. He has structure in his albums. He always leads with concepts, and his delivery is one of one.
Overlooked. Wow.
Oh, like he's constantly overlooked because of his style of music, and you know people usually only see him for radio hits, stuff like that. And I think even that, you know, he doesn't really gravitate. They don't really gravitate to him as much. Like he's a conscious. I wouldn't even call him a conscious rapper for him. I think he just speaks his truth, and you know, with that, he's not given the same flowers as everybody else, which you know what I'm saying. It's cool, but I do think he is overlooked and overseen and not given the proper just due. I do feel like that, honestly. Like this album really shows his development and just like he's on another level. Like put some respect on him. Like he is not nothing to play with. He's never been nothing to play with from jump, but like with no distractions, no bullshit, being able to just show his creativity. It's like, what more can you ask for? This album was I gave this album personally a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Hmm. What did I give it? I think I gave it an 8. I think I gave it an 8. But I really liked it though. Uh, Um. Okay. This. Okay. Overlooked. Whew. I don't
You
know.
don't agree?
I don't know if I would say overlooked. That's. I think he's definitely okay. There's a big three. Okay, here's where I always said there's a big three. There was Kendrick, Cole, your Kendrick, Cole, and Drake. That was your big three for most people. And then the next five, I would say it was Wale, Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, Big Crit, and Meek Mill.
Agree. Agree.
Agree, right? So yeah, that five, that next five, that's where Wale he's to me he's always been there and he never left that area.
Yeah.
With that being said, I don't think he was overlooked, but I always did say this: if we're coming from a local standpoint, for some reason we don't really rep our local rappers like that, which is sad because we've had a couple of good ones that came out. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not a big Shot Glizzy fan, but I wasn't also going to like shit on him in front of people either. I was like, because if he can get out, that means we can get other people to maybe look at more prevalent DC artists. But yeah, Wale, he's just like people love him, but they just never really kind of like got behind him. In my opinion, I don't think we really got behind him as we should have. And also, my thing with Wale, and I've always said this about Wale, sometimes his mixtapes is better than his albums. If and I'm gonna ask you this: it's like which is like your favorite? If you were to say your favorite Wale album, and that's including mixtapes, what would it be? I don't know. Q. But oh, he's still muted. So if you ask me, and
Oh no. I muted. I'm sitting here talking. I'm about to say, yo, no.
yeah,
No, because I'm sitting here. I'm trying. I was trying to figure out. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. It was the album about nothing. That was that when I first heard about Wale. That was the album I used to love. But oh yeah, that's what it was. More about nothing.
that's the mixtape.
That is my favorite Wale project.
And it's funny because I think you about to prove my point about let's see, more about nothing. Yep, there's a lot of his. Oh, good. I don't have to go that far. Thank God. There's a lot of his projects over here that I fuck with. That and I used to say this all the time about Wale. Some of his mixtapes are better than some of his albums. Um, these like okay, Shine and Wild Ass Crazy, not his best work, but they're not bad albums. But Summer on Sunset,
Right.
way better than, and this is a mixtape. Summer on Sunset is way better than both of these albums. And Wild Ass Crazy is not even that bad. And but for Lauren, great mixtape. The mixtape about nothing, great mixtape. Now this is an album. For Lauren too was really good to me. I fuck with for Lauren too a lot. Ambition, Ambition was good, but is it better than an album about? Oh, this is also an album. Is this better than More About Nothing? No, not in my
No,
opinion. Ambition was good though. Not better than More About Nothing. What's another one? The 11-1-11 Theory. Great mixtape. Is it better than like I will put this over also will put this over Ambition. And that's the problem that was always been my thing with I ain't even mention Attention Deficit. And Attention Deficit has some bangers on there, like the one you got with J. Cole, Beautiful Bliss, and the one you got with Gaga, Lady Gaga.
yeah, but I think the problem initially is that second tier of those five artists are were not, I wouldn't say mimics, but they're in categories of those big three. So like for instance, I would put Big Crit in that category with uh, Kendrick Lamar because he's that type of artist. I would put Wale in the category with J. Cole because he's that type of artist. I would put Big Sean and Meek Mill in the category of Drake because they're that type of artist.
Right,
And that really is what creates that second tier is because we were so deep. The class was so it was so 2003, NBA season 2003, where the class was just so deep and unnecessarily. It's so many great players in this class that the people who get drafted later in the rounds are constantly overlooked by the first five overall picks. That we don't realize that damn it's damn near 20. You know what I'm saying? Decent, good professionals on this team, and that's just the class that we came into. Because not even to mention, while we mentioned all of these male rappers, we still had Nicki Minaj.
right,
We still had a lot of the older rappers who were still in their prime. You got Wayne who's still lingering around making hits left and right. We had Rick Ross who was also in that class too that came out sort of what I'm saying earlier, but was still considered in that era of music. It was a lot of fucking competition when you look left and right. So it's easy to say that Wale got lost because I mean, at one point in time in his career, he was, what I'm saying, he was tied in with Rick Ross and Meek Mills and Maybach Music, so that was a reason. And then with the city, what I'm saying, we I semi blame us for what I'm saying not what I'm saying really showing the love that he deserved because he put our city on.
mm-hmm,
With no problem. And what I'm saying, for a minute we didn't give him that same love back, and it was merely unfair to him because he didn't deserve it. So it's like to see him get his flowers now from everybody, and what I'm saying, getting the love that he deserves. Like it's fair to say that this is what he's supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? He did it the right way.
I agree. So to me, like, but yeah, like I agree with everything, but overlooked. I don't know. I think he's always had good luck because, like I said, he got singles like love hate thing. I feel like, in my opinion, a lot of everything is a lot. I feel like it has a lot of songs that's like love hate thing, like New Black Soul. So I feel like there was a lot of that. Um, he is, and I can see why you put Wale under the Drake umbrella. No, you put him under the J Cole umbrella. I would put Wale more under the Drake umbrella because he's a lover boy and he got a lot of songs about love. But I'm not mad at the J Cole one either. But yeah, my opinion is just like if you ever listen to motherfucker Wale, and I was always say this, his mixtapes be better than albums. Too, if you ask me some of my favorite shit, Summer on
But
76.
that's where the umbrella comes in. It's more so like he is like J. Cole, and you know what I'm saying? We love J. Cole, but we love like the real J. Cole fans, man, his mixtapes is what brought us here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really what gave us the loyalty to be able to listen and understand and appreciate everything that he gives us in his albums, because we know this is, you know what I'm saying, this is a completeness of who he was when we was in love with him with his mixtapes, you know, and that's just who he was. And I'm the Drake umbrella is more of a natural hit maker, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who we gonna hear on the radio more often than not? We heard Meek Mill a lot. I'm be honest, we heard Big Sean all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's just that umbrella of artists. And then you have Kendrick, who's more of cult art, like cult fan artists. Like Kendrick has real Kendrick fans. Like only people I hear talk about Big Crit are real hip hop fans.
Right.
You know, so it's like that's that umbrella of real. You know what I'm saying? Like and Wale always falls in that mixtape, you know what I'm saying? The authentic, we love them for them, hometown hero type of guy. Like, that's just who he is. That's who J. Cole is. You don't hear them being scrutinized about anything. You don't hear them doing anything crazy. You know what I'm saying? They just live their life. You know what I'm saying? We love their music. We love who they are naturally. That's just who they are. Like, he just always fell under that umbrella. And it's just like, I feel like if we didn't have J. Cole, we would have Wale.
You're right.
That's how I look at it. If J. Cole never decided to make music, Wale would be sitting in that category.
I would agree. I definitely would agree. So, um, so out of all this, what would you say is your favorite three Wale projects?
Shy Glizzy was just, you know what I'm saying, hometown for real. But when you look at it, it's the same dynamic as like it's the same concept as like J. Cole being from North Carolina and him being there with the baby.
Right.
You know, I got to share North Carolina with the baby, but you know, we're gonna work together. We're gonna get this shit done. I just feel like the unity isn't as strong as other states will be, and the divide in age and era, and even concept of music, is what prevent the city to really get behind him because it's such a divide from what the city love and what the world want to hear when it comes to the city.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Stock Lee gonna go platinum in the hood. He gonna go platinum at home. But you look on TV, who's representing the city? Wale.
Wale.
Not because, not because it's like, but it's because that's the way that's how it's been. That's how it's placed at the point.
All right. All right. Any last words before we wrap this podcast up?
Nah, Wale album was amazing. It's definitely repeat. Corner Bottle was my favorite song.
Yo, shout out to the boy Wale. That's all I'm gonna say is it's like one day You gonna get your flowers, and I hope you get them soon.
And now he got them on them damn Nikes. I'm about to go get if I could find them.
You like his phones?
Those new little phones he got.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a phone person. I just couldn't. I could. I thought to, to me, phone pods. They were always ugly shoes to me. My brother always had them. I was so, but
It's okay. I hate New Balance.
uh,
I'm about to say I hate New Balance. I hate them. I've never been a New Balance fan, but can't tell me I'm not from the city.
right. So first thing, Q, I would like to thank you for able to jump on here so we can definitely talk about what the hell has been going on lately. So
Yeah, man, we got to get this a little bit more often. Our schedules actually work now.
yeah, well, and hopefully it'll stay that way for me because
Mm.
be heck, it be hectic. So, um, I want everybody out there to stay safe, especially this weekend since the blizzard is going on the weekend. I hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend in 2026
Stay
and
warm.
stay warm. So, he's Q and I'm Ray, and this is Q and Ray Talks. So,
Out of
I'll be seeing you.